Welcome back, and you join us here in Belfast just as Ken Doherty pots a super red to open his account in the third frame of this best of 9 second round match for a place. Third round match, beg your pardon. No, as you were, silly me. Second round match for a place in the last 16. I'm getting ahead of myself for a moment. This and the match on the other table, Ding Junhui and Mark Davis, the last of the second round matches. The third round will all take place tomorrow. 4 places in the quarterfinals. This is the first of 8 ranking events this season, one more than last, with the new tournament in Bahrain in November. Nice to have the Middle East back on the ranking circuit. I think, Neil, you went out there once or twice during your time.
To Dubai, yep, we played ranking events there, going back a few years. Shot from Ken to flick the other red on there. Black's tied up obviously at the minute, so we'll be looking to make things happen.
13
to get a big colour open at some point.
$14.
Sounded like a bad contact to me, that. Really heavy.
I think the white bounced some distance off the bed of the table there, Neil.
The white.
That's interesting, yeah. Ken
19.
Didn't ask for the cue ball to be clean there. He was asked by Alan Chamberlain, do you want the white clean? He said, nope. Don't know why that would be. Not a great shot. He's left the red on. It's thin, but it's potable for Ronnie. So for Ken to leave that red was a bad mistake, really. He's on the blue, I think, or if not the blue, then certainly one of the bold colours. That's a good shot, this. Trying to make things happen, as I say. And he's developed the black, but his next red won't be easy. In fact, it could be that he's going to play a safety shot here. Little thin shot off the edge of the pack here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
Well, he's got the pace of the table right. Just look at that cue ball. Lovely. Just heard that Mark Davis had a nice 77 in the second frame on the other table to square it up at 1 frame apiece now against Ding Junhui.
Ronnie just appreciated that good shot from Ken, the safety. Tapping the table with his cue. Playing this with a lot of left-hand side. And he's done well there. Did well to miss the reds on the way back up the table.
Well, they're each applauding each other's shots here. This is good safety stuff.
I think Ronnie can just get to the side of the pack though. And he's played him behind the green. Just wonder if Ken will be interested in the red past the black into the right corner. Wouldn't be easy, but if it does go full pocket, he might be forced into playing this. He wouldn't want to leave it for Ronnie to pot, so he may have to pot it, or at least move it, one of the two.
Yes, I think he's a little concerned about clattering into reds. Not quite sure where the white's going to finish up, but I think he's going to take it on. Yes, well, that was the danger.
Well, the black's gone safe, which is in his favour, of course.
Well, that kiss on the pink actually helped Ronnie's cause there.
Well, he's got the angle on the blue if he wants to smash into the reds. And he may have to do that here, given that nothing much is on. No, he decided to try and develop the black, so he's tried a clever shot there. Just nudge the black on.
6.
He has got a shot at a red, the one on the, near the black spot will pot. Well, that's going to be difficult for Ronnie. I mean, such a great break builder and scorer, but looking where the balls are, it's hard to imagine that he can win the frame from this visit unless he really does something to get the open, the big colours out in the open. I mean, pink's awkward, black is just in a terrible position, really. Five reds that are close together as well. He's stretching over this to play left-handed, trying to swing the cue ball around the table off the yellow. Not sure I know which red he played on there. Nothing much goes.
9.
He could play in behind the green off the 5 reds in the pack. I think that's what he'll do.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9.
That's okay, that's a good shot.
Oh, she flipped one. Well. As he just held his hand up there to Ken, he certainly didn't play that.
No, and it was actually a bad safety shot, Mike, because he caught the reds too thin and he smashed into the pink. So it was lucky that the red dropped in, really. I mean, he hasn't really finished easy on a colour, but...
Watch this again. One, onto another, onto another. Oh.
No, I think he's just playing a safety shot here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
It's another good shot, actually.
Yes, I think Ken needs a cushion. Don't think there's anything you can see direct.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Well, there's nothing there. Surely Ronnie will have that replaced.
Now, the only thing is, Ronnie will think that Ken is good enough to just lay onto the red the second time. So
True enough.
you might just think that it's worth playing the
Oh,
thin
well, pardon me.
It's not Ronnie O'Sullivan's kind of frame, this, really, with all the high colours tied up. So if he can win it, then it'll be a big bonus, because he sometimes doesn't seem very interested in frames like this. Similar to the way Stephen Hendry went for a while, up until a year or two ago. He didn't like the frames that were a bit messy. But Ronnie has done a little wrong this frame. I mean, he was lucky earlier when he fluked that red after playing a bad safety shot. It's one of these frames where the balls haven't really run favourably for either player. That was another great shot.
8.
And again, he can only play on one of the colours up the table unless he wants to flick the black out here.
9.
Which he tried to do.
Green ball. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9.
Good shot. He was worried about the red close to the black, that he was going to go into it on the safety shot, but it was well judged.
Ooh, that white was very, very close to that middle pocket, but it's ended up okay.
Yeah, it was a good shot in the end, wasn't it? He knew he had to get quite close to the middle pocket, I think.
Yeah. 11 years now since Ken Doherty lifted the World Championship. Went back to Dublin to a pretty riotous reception.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Going back then, this time Ronnie deciding that there's no advantage out of playing the shot, so asking Ken to go in again, and probably you'll try the same shot actually, one cushion, play it, just aim a little lower down the cushion if he can, so that he can get the direction right. Well, it's just slightly out of position, isn't it? That was the
There's the still,
place.
that's the still, and here we are live.
Still not quite right. It's always difficult to get it dead on.
Yes.
Well, he's right, isn't he? Because
Ken is
we saw
right.
that,
Yeah, we saw
that
from
it
the
was-
still. But of course, Alan Chamberlain at the moment doesn't have that advantage that we have.
He can use it though. He
Yes,
can refer
indeed.
to it if he wants to.
Okay, Ronnie.
I don't think it matters that much if a player is going to play almost the same shot. It's just when a different shot comes into the equation that he mightn't have been able to play before. It's when it gets a little bit of a concern. We've seen one or two controversies over the years with the balls being replaced. Saw one in the World Championships, didn't we, with Joe Swale and young Venbo, who was 12-12 at the time.
Oh, what sort of a shot was that? That was out of the top drawer.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why he didn't try that first time, isn't it? Because, I mean, if that shot is on, then you can do no real damage with it, because...
Earlier, you might recall, Ken did actually go around and have a look at that red to see whether it was actually touching the cushion. The shot is always slightly easier, isn't it, Neil, when the ball is touching the cushion than if it's just a fraction off. And I think that was actually on the cushion.
It's a good shot. It was well thought out in the end. Don't know if it's going to win the frame. If he's going to... I mean, he's got the red to the left of the black, which will pot, and that's a good one to get out of the way. It'll open up the black to both corner pockets. So it's not maybe a frame-winning chance as yet, but certainly a chance to get a few points in front at least in the frame.
Has got a chance.
12.
Didn't play that very well, though. He's short of speed. Wanted to be at least straight on this. That means he can't really hold for the next red.
Yes, wanted to drop this cue ball between the two reds, obviously, give himself the choice. I don't see how he can do that now.
No, and to go all the way around the table won't be easy, because the lower value colours are all away from their spots. These are getting in the way, and that's exactly what's happened. It was a bit of a mess, wasn't it, in the end, that shot?
19. Ken Doherty, 19.
Well, it should be that Ronnie can play a thin safety off these reds, knowing that the black is covering that right corner. So it's unlikely that he'll leave a red on.
That was fraught with danger. The red could so easily have knocked the black in, but look at the finish. Almost got that cue ball right behind the colour. We could be here for some time. Ken's wondering whether that red can actually be squeezed past the black. Obviously not from that position.
Well, Ronnie playing the other red here. Surprising shot.
Alan Chamberlain just asked if he can have a look here for obvious reasons. There's always the possibility of a foul shot from a position like this, and he wants to be able to see where everything is in case he has to replace balls, which of course is not saying much for the confidence of Ken Doherty in hitting a red here. But sometimes the players actually invite the referee to do that when they know the situation, but that was a clever little shot from Ronnie.
No easy shot here for Ronnie. He's looked at playing both reds. Red up the table that he's now looking at is the most obvious, the one near the cushion. He'd have to be a little careful he didn't push the red near a pocket. I'm playing safe here. No, he's avoided that anyway. But it could be that the red will pass the blue. And Ken has got to go for this if that's the case. It's a good chance.
Well, whilst he contemplates, I'll quickly tell you that Ding Junhui has won the third frame of his match against Mark Davis. He now leads Mark by 2 frames to 1.
Problem is where the red finishes up now, the one that he missed. It would have been handy for Ronnie if it was possible to the left centre, but I don't know if it is. May see enough of it to put it down into the bottom left pocket though. Black over the pocket means if it goes in, he's strong favourite. That was a terrible kick though. Cuban, he jumped off the table there. Even Alan Chamberlain just made a sort of groaning noise as if he couldn't believe that. It was a terrible contact.
Yes, and I don't think he even waited for Ken Doherty to say, please clean the ball. He probably went straight to it this time. Last time he offered to clean it for Ken, and Ken said, no, don't worry about it. Oh, well, that was cruel.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
That was particularly cruel.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't actually play the shot very well. He really jabbed at it, but to go in off was unfortunate in the end. Ronnie's problem is the yellow, I think, just that it's close to the cushion. Don't know what he can do about that, really. Obviously, he can pot it along the cushion later on. With the green where it is, it wouldn't be impossible. Well, I'll tell you what, he's played an ambitious shot there. He's played to move the yellow off the opening red.
There was no need to do that, frankly. There was no need to do that at all. There's enough colours down there for him to take one of them off the last red and leave himself a shot on the yellow. I'm very surprised he played that way.
Well, the thing is, he would have needed to put the yellow in the green. It wouldn't have been just the yellow required, so he took a chance. I suppose if he'd have knocked the yellow out, we'd have been saying great shot, wouldn't we? But it was unorthodox type of shot, really. Here it is again. I mean, even then he didn't move the yellow because he got the double kiss.
Where's the white going?
Foul.
Wow.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
I could see what he was trying to do, but the execution, I'm afraid, was not particularly good.
Now, the opening red won't be easy for Ronnie. This safety bout is ongoing because of where the black is, and both of the players were playing to push the reds over to the right of the table.
Well, I seem to recall saying some time ago he could be here for some time. I still think there's some life left in this frame yet, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other real shot on, is there? You can't take a risk. I mean, Ken is going to chip the left hand of the two reds across to the right of the table here again. This is no other shot that he's got. Don't think the red will pass the black. Look at that. That's as far away as you could be, isn't it? From one corner of the table to the other.
Yes.
It's about 13 feet, isn't it?
Now, I wonder whether that cue ball is actually angled behind the cushion.
Well, it would be a surprise if the red is over to the right of the table, if it was, wouldn't it? Because, you know, you'd think that he could get over that side of the table, otherwise he's almost in the pocket, isn't he?
He is almost in the pocket. He's not very happy, that's for sure.
I think he might be able to get to it off of a cushion.
There you are, you see. That was all he could do. Well played. And a little tap of appreciation from Ken there.
Mind you, he's in trouble again here. Ken's got certainly the advantage. And he'll be doing nothing much to move the reds away from the black either. It's a good shot. Chen got a little kiss on the green.
Yes, he wanted it to just go past it, didn't he? Fascinating frame this has turned out to be.
Just wonder if there's a place with the red right on the side cushion where it'll pass the black and go in. Ken is having a look. It just might be potable along there.
Well, that would certainly end the impasse that we've had these last few minutes if it does.
Could play it maybe cushion first, and then that'll take the cue ball away from that little corner as well. I mean, it's a difficult shot, I think, this. Every chance that he'll double kiss the black with the red. So now Ronnie has the advantage, at least. I mean, he can put distance between cue ball and object ball, which is always what you want in these situations, really. Up behind the green and blue, maybe, with the cue ball. And he's tried that. Doesn't gain a real big advantage with that safety shot, which wasn't one of his best. Every frame is different in snooker, isn't it? They all start off the same, don't they, with the break-off shot, but they do go a different way.
think we should have a re-rack, actually.
It's one of those situations where it's probably not going to happen here, is it?
No, I don't think so.
But
not with so many balls already in pocket, down in the pocket.
You can't see how it's going to come to an end quickly either.
That's true.
Strange one, this.
Well, there's only 2 points in the frame. If there were a big one-sided scoreline, there's no way there'd be a re-rack. But even though we've got so far into this frame, given that there's only 2 points in it, just pose the question.
Yeah, you could be right. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if there could be a re-rack. Maybe, if the two reds were right over the top of the black, perhaps. But now Kenny's looking at maybe knocking in that red. Again, I think the black makes it tricky because it's quite close to the bottom cushion, the black. And again, you could get some kind of a double kiss from red to black there. Doesn't like it, not playing it.
Neither should he.
Okay, just looking at that, it does look like from a certain place something will pass the black there, one of those reds, but if the chance arose, perhaps. Well, that's kind of, well, I was going to say it's changed something. I'm not sure it has.
I don't think so. I think it's just prolonging the agony, because now we're at the situation where another few shots from both of these players, taking the reds back to where they were near the black, will take another few minutes.
Yeah, because Ken can't take a risk here with this. He can only play to the left of the table as we're looking there, and that's all he can do. That's a great shot, though, because don't forget he was queuing over a ball. Really is a good shot. Now, Ronnie's got to play off of a cushion this time. It's slightly different. Doesn't want to come over to the right of this red. Yeah, that's a good shot, I think. Don't think he's left the red on. Might decide to play the red on the right of the table here, you know. Again, it could be a natural in behind the green off of either of the two reds.
He'd love to have a go at that red, but it's just not on. The angle's just not there, really. Cue ball and object ball far too close together. That was a good effort. But in fact, all he's done now is made the blue and green an even more inviting target. Yeah, well, that's changed it slightly.
I think Ken has to be a little careful this time on this shot if he plays the up and down safety, that he doesn't hit one red onto the other and knock the black in. That's what he was worried about there. Now then, I just wonder, can Ronnie pot this now past the black? I wonder if that's a possibility. We'll soon find out. If he just gets down and plays the other one. No, clearly that will not pass. Oh, these two have been on these two reds now for a long time.
Yes, on the other table, they're not far short of their mid-session interval. Marks on a half-century break against Ding Junhui. The possibility of squaring it all up there at 2 frames apiece. Oh, that was a risky one from Ken. Nearly knocking the white, the black into the pocket.
Well, back to where we were a few moments ago again, aren't we?
Yes, I just wonder where this frame's going, to be honest. Although it's been gone for some time, I still don't think a re-rack is totally out of the question.
That was a good shot. Now things are getting a little serious. Ronnie's got to be careful here. Doesn't want to hit the first red too thin onto the second red and knock the black in. Oh, now this has changed a few things. Only if the cue ball had gone in though. So now it's going to be the same shot from Ken, isn't it? Push the red across. It's the only shot he's got. That's the problem. It's not that he's being negative. There's just no other shot for him. If Ronnie wanted to end this, he'd need to get one of those reds completely away from there. That would be the best way if he was unhappy with the way the frame is going.
Well, given that the frame score's only got 2 points in it, the same applies to Ken.
I just think that Ronnie would be more likely to get frustrated, wouldn't he, than Ken with this sort of situation.
That's a good point.
You know, don't call him crafty Ken for nothing. He's a very tactically skillful player. Not that Ronnie isn't, but he's less willing to play that way most of the time. Now he can move the red away from the black a little bit here. But again, Ken will only be able to play one shot. That's the problem. All he can do is push the first red across to the right of the table as we're looking. That's all
And this
he can
could
do.
go on all night.
Well, I hope it doesn't go on all night. I mean, it's quite an interesting little battle, isn't
It's
it?
a fascinating situation. One frame apiece. Only 2 points in it in this third in a best of 9. And how long is it since we last saw a ball potted?
It's been a while.
Eh? Now
Now that's changed things.
Now then, that has changed things. Now there's a real opportunity here for Ken to have a go at this red into the left corner.
Oh, there you go. That's the end of the stalemate. It's a pretty long bout of safety there on the two reds. That was the last thing he wanted.
Yes, that was unfortunate. He was hoping that the white would go all the way down into baulk and back again, and it would have done if it hadn't cannoned into the brown. Or was it the green? I beg your pardon. Nonetheless, it has at least got rid of that stalemate, which must have taken some 10 or 15 minutes.
A snooker which shouldn't be that difficult to hit. Probably one cushion, although just a chance that the middle pocket is in the way of the natural one cushion escape. I have to play this with a bit of pace to get the cue ball a bit wider. Yeah, that's what he's tried. Yeah, it's been a strange old frame, isn't it, this one? It's not that much that many balls have been missed, it's just that balls have run really awkwardly again. That was always the risk on that shot. He was going to push the red quite close to a pocket. It's not hanging over the jaws, but it's one that Ken will take on.
Oh, he overcut it.
Yeah, by so much that he didn't leave the red on, amazingly enough. Well, they might say good shot there, but I actually think that was a double kiss that he got on the red, so he wouldn't have played it like that. It's always tricky when you've got the blue there. He could easily hit the blue instead of the red here. No, he's not hit the blue, but he's hit the yellow.
And the miss 4. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, he's got a stonewall snooker back, as Ronnie. Playing off 2 cushions, not 1.
Foul and a miss.
Not particularly close either.
4 on the outside.
Wouldn't be surprised if this one went back, because it would look a tricky snooker to hit. Oh, well, that was Ken's fault, you know, really. He tried to help. The yellow's got to be moved as well. No, really, Ken shouldn't have done that, you know.
He shouldn't have done that.
He tried to help Alan out by pushing. I'll tell you that. Poor, who'd be a referee? Not only has he got to put the balls back, he's got to put the yellow black back, which never even moved on the shot.
That's right.
It's ridiculous.
Yes. According to the rules, a player is not allowed to do that, and technically it's a foul shot if he does do that.
I don't know. I'm not sure what you can do about that, because he's just played a foul shot, doesn't he? He can only play one foul on any one shot.
I suppose.
All I know is that it's confused the situation. Let's just leave it at
He
that.
certainly has.
But really, it's a bit much when the yellow's got to be replaced, isn't it? When it never moved.
Now let's have a look at this. We're going to see it again. Oh, we're just seeing the still, actually. Well, the yellow appears to be in the correct position.
So there's a green. It's not bad. It's about a couple of millimetres out. The cue ball is the next one. That's where that was in there. I don't know. The mess people get into at snooker.
I tell you what, I'll be glad when this frame's over, Neil. I don't know about you.
Strange frame this has been.
2 cushions again.
Foul and a miss 4.
This is a free ball.
Could be a free ball, this, couldn't it? Yeah.
Which Ronnie will take. He'll take the brown, and it gives him a good chance to steal this frame now. Although, with all the safety that's been going on, you do always wonder whether players might have lost his rhythm a little bit. I mean, Ronnie's not potted a ball for ages, is he?
He's going to in a moment. So that brown is 1 point as an extra red.
1.
Left-handed on the green.
Slightly weak, that one, wasn't it? Wasn't played at all well. And so much, though, that he's got to use the rest this time.
4.
Don't think it's going to be a huge problem, though. And he tried to just flick the yellow on and finish nice and straight on the blue, but he's not quite straight. He's got to be a bit careful here. He's got to play this slowly. And a good shot. Nice touch.
10.
So he wants up to the brown.
12.
It's okay, a bit short of speed, but he hasn't got to go all around the table, I don't think. He just checked the scores. He knows he needs the brown as well. So it looks like Ronnie is going to come good in this frame in the end. It's been a strange old frame, a bit scrappy and lots of safety.
Yes, well, that was a frame ball, and it's been a very prolonged frame. They've already gone in for their cups of tea on the other table. All square, by the way. Ding Junhui 2, Mark Davis 2. It's not far off. Oh, well, he's done enough. And the third frame finally comes to its conclusion.